I call my friend we killer. We all try and pizza. But boyfriend by my nigga. I call my friend we killer. They picking yellow lie. You buy it where the paper. Put the in we tire.
You said what?
Communication becomes convenient, enjoyable, and cheaper when you have the best application in your hand. Dro Global Social Media App gives you access to free global communication and networking. With the Dro Global Social Media App, you can do live video chat, live audio calling, live text messaging, live group video and audio conferencing. Not only that, you also do fast sharing, creating and posting to your story, post engagement with emojis, and more. The Dro Global Social Media App does in-app purchases, in-app searching, storytelling. The app also allows you to create video, audio, text, and internet link posting. Get the best app today with 100% data security and end-to-end encryption. Add customization and privacy settings to the Dro Global Social Media app and enjoy 24/7 endless communication. Download the Dro Global Social Media app on Google Play Store and Apple Store and enjoy endless communication. Visit our website on www.dpro-idb.com or email us at info@dpro-idb.com. Dro Global Social Media app, making communication easier. Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Michael Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicy love, what's next?
Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Muncie Power Drink. Muncie Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Muncie Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It is a healthy drink for just everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, you can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the Oro, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770-307-572 or 0776-580-730. Muncie Power Drink, not just your regular energy drink.
Man, people, have you heard the news? Okay, Sika Motors has declared this month of March as Toyota Month, which means Sika is offering free diagnosis on all Toyota and Mitsubishi vehicles with a discount service cost. Isn't it good news? With our trained professional technicians and service advisors handling your vehicle, a peace of mind is ensured. Rush now and make your way to Sika Motors, UN Drive, Saletown, Bourgeois Island.
Hello, fellow Liberians. This is Joseph Yumabwalka. It is time to be counted for the upcoming general election, and I'm asking you to please make sure to register to vote. Every election is determined by the people who show up and vote. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by people you did not elect. We must never forget the importance of making our vote count. We paid high price for this democracy as a people. Let us protect and defend it. Voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, our children, our welfare to this country, and our one world. Please listen out for the dates and the places and go and register to vote. The rescue mission is well on course. When you register and vote, you will think Liberia, love Liberia, and then build Liberia. Again, I say this is Ambassador Joseph Imabwaka.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. With the time exactly 10:30 here in Liberia. I don't know exactly, but today is another blessed day to be here on the premiere show, the Costa Show. I'm not here alone. I'm here with Darlington Collins, and Collins is going to be here. He will be here with us up until the return of Heron Pedro Costa. So, Darlington, you need to unmute yourself this morning. Good morning, Darlington.
Well, good morning. Good morning to our many listeners. Good morning, Bweka. It's indeed your honor and pleasure to be here on the Costa Show. And it's so interesting that we're wearing the same color shirt, right?
The same color, my man. I just when I saw you this morning, I said, "Oh, so the mail would for me to wear my shirt so he can wear his."
Okay, I can go change
it. Yeah, but Darlington, it's good having you this morning on the Costa Show. Welcome on board.
Thank you, Bweka.
We have few things to look at this morning. The police came up with their report on an accident that occurred a few days ago on the Rawafi Highway. They came up, we'll be looking at that, and the whereabouts of our president is another thing for us to look at. And the voters registration, I asked Honorable Yeke Koluba to be our guest this morning, but he said he having a press conference, but he may likely chip in later on. So those are some of the things I have from outside. I don't know what you have, so we can add it up and talk about them this morning.
Yeah, I mean, interesting to you mentioned Honorable Yeke Koluba. I mean, on yesterday evening, I was on the social media, and again, his home was attacked again for the second time, consecutively. The night, a fortnight ago, Honorable Koluba home came on an attack, and then last night again, it was a serious issue in the district number 10. That's a riot police and setting up of roadblocks, and I think maybe kept people preventing people from invading their district. It is just chaos. You know, the it is just so chaos. The national police need to.
I don't know your audio. You need to touch. I don't know if there is the cable that
Yeah.
is going into the computer there or something. You need to touch it small because
Let me see. I don't know.
there's a little grinding on your audio that you need to
Let
wake
me,
up.
let me try this. Let me try this. And probably maybe this will help.
Yeah, so folks, we know we're trying to set up everything good. So we want to make sure that you be getting Darlington clear as you are getting me from this end. So Darlington can speak again to see if
Am I on?
you are on, but the grounding is still on it. So Darlington. We're trying to get everything set here. Darlington? I don't know if you are getting me. I'm getting you loud and clear, but there's a little grounding on there. That's what I want for you to work on. I don't want.
Let me try this work.
Still the same. Still the same. So, folks, as Darlington is getting things set up, we will be looking at the report put out by the Liberia National Police on the accident that took place on the Rawafi Highway. Let's see. Darlington, are you getting me now? Is it okay? Let me see. I don't want to start up. You have to unmute yourself, Darlington.
Yeah, Bwaga, is it better now? Or is it grounding?
What you did just now, you have to retouch that particular area. It's like there's a little grounding on the A. That's the only problem. But you are clear coming in, but a little grounding. That's it. And people don't want you, they want to listen to you clearly. Yeah.
Is it better? Or should I just unplug the headphone and try that one?
Unplug your headphone. Let's see. Unplug the headphone. Let's see.
Is it better?
Okay.
There's no grounding, right?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go ahead. We'll do it after the show. We'll set it up after the show. So
yeah, I probably will have to change the browser or something.
Yeah, we'll do the setup after the show. So we're looking at the issue about the you want to log off and come back?
Yeah, if that would probably help.
Yeah, then you can do that. So as I was saying, the Liberia National Police came out with a statement. The statement, I'm trying to reach out to it quickly. So I will read what they put out yesterday evening. They said the Liberia National Police holds vehicle operator liable for traffic accident at the Rehab Junction. Moreover, Liberia, March 23rd, 2023, the Liberia National Police has investigated and charged a male vehicle operator identified as Morris for reckless driving, resulting into deaths, injuries, and property damage. Following the recent fatal road traffic accident that occurred along the Rawat International Highway at the RLJ Junction, the accident occurred on Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023, and involving a white Renault truck with license plate number UN0695, operated by Sam Morris, a Liberian resident of Ominga Community, Pinsville, and owned by UNINDO of the United Nations House. That's the Pan-African Plaza.
The investigation followed established that the UN truck operator lost control and collided with 13 vehicles, including 5 cars, 5 motorcycles, and 3 tricycles. A tricycle got stuck under the truck and got on fire, leading to the truck and the tricycle burn. As a result of the accident, 2 kids to be identified left in the tricycle under the truck and got burned completely. The total of 11 people, including 6 police officers, were involved in the accident. 4 persons have been pronounced dead. The officers involved in the accident are Waluba Mo, William Davis, Abraham Kemukai, Jacob Smo, Milton Peewee, and Emmanuel Bowie, who was pronounced dead on arrival at the ELWA, and the remain is at the ELWA morgue. The rest of the officers are undergoing medical attention at the ELWA hospital. The remains of the 2 unidentified kids are deposited at the JFK morgue, while an unidentified male victim was also pronounced there and is at the ELWA morgue. Meanwhile, the operator, Sam Morris, has been charged with reckless driving resulting into deaths, injuries, and property damage, which is in violation of Section 10.4 of the Vehicle and Traffic Laws of the Republic of Liberia, awaiting court prosecution. LMP presents. So we are trying to reconnect Darlington there. So that's the statement from the Liberia National Police. According to them, they have investigated this matter, and few people died. A lot of people, close to 4, according to the Liberia National Police, 4 persons. Darlington?
Yes.
Okay. I think
Am I
you
correct?
a little. Yeah. Okay. You are good. You are good.
Yes. Thank you.
So they say the accident occurred on Wednesday. The white Renault truck belongs to the United Nations, UNIDO, and few persons died in the process. The investigation further established that the UN truck operator lost control and collided with 13 vehicles, including 5 cars, 5 tricycles, and 3 motorbikes. The tricycle finally got stuck under the truck and got burned. As a result of the accident, the two kids to be identified left in the tricycle under the truck and got burned completely. Total of 11 people, including 6 police officers, were involved in the accident. 4 persons have been pronounced dead. So that's it. People were saying 10 persons, 9 persons, but the police is saying only 4 persons got dead in the process, but others are still undergoing treatment at various health facility in the country. So I don't know what you make of that accident, because this thing's been happening over and over. The Rabat International Airport Highway is now a death trap for every Liberian that is flying that route.
Well, a few things, Abuaka, to unpack there. We first need to understand the driver that has been charged, the LMP charged him with, I don't know, murder or whatever it was. I mean, I probably read on the social media. I mean, if this truck belongs to the United Nations, we first need to identify, was he on duty? Was he, using this truck on a UN duty? Because
they charge a man for reckless driving.
Charge the man for reckless driving. Well, it's good that the LMP can get to hold drivers accountable, but to be honest, on the flip side of that, Boyka, the public safety division of the LMP need to be more proactive. Public safety, before you go about charging people for reckless endangerment, a traffic violation and all kinds of things, government have a responsibility. Like, sometimes I wonder, Boyka, in the streets of Monrovia, sometimes you driving along the Tottenham Boulevard. I don't know whether you guys have speed limits now, but all of these things, they are public safety concerns. So to charge somebody for reckless endangerment, there should be traffic. There are traffic laws, yes, but there should be, traffic signs, for people to know the speed limit of that road. For example, if it's 50 miles per hour or 60 miles per hour, so that, drivers flying that road will understand that if they do anything over the speed limit, they'll be in violation, of the traffic law. And again, if this driver was, on duty with the United Nations, the families, they are very much encouraged, to sue the UN, to seek damages if this driver was in violation as claimed by the LMP. But it's all allegations. When these things happen, the LMP will normally charge people and arrest people. And how often time you hear these things go very far, because families are mourning now and people want to calm the nerve. But the thing that concerns me about that accident, Boyka, is I think our country, and it's good that our Islamic brothers, you guys are observing the month of Ramadan. I think it's good that our people now tend to more pray for that country. Because just about last year around the same time, if you recall, the infamous stampede in Newtown.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just around, the March 22nd, March 23rd, when a good chunk of our compatriots, died, when people bashed into the stampede and killed them. Just around the same time, the one that is so excruciating is seeing I didn't watch the video, to be honest. I don't have it's very graphic, but I did see, a young child who, is in high school with so much prospect, crying in the fire. So when such a young person cry like that, Boyka, they're not just crying because they're dying. They're crying because they were born just to a God-forsaken country, Boyka. Public safety is very much important. And before these things happen, the LMP must move in to prevent these things from happening before they even happen. How many times trucks will be flying the street with no light?
Somebody may say also, LMP, they are lacking logistic because if you don't have the logistic to do the job, that's another thing. Because their budget, if you look at their budget, is something that they higher up are the one enjoying the particular budget. So if they don't have the equipment to serve the Liberian people, that's another thing for another day. Darlington.
I listened to the police director. At one point in time, when the Senate summoned him to the Liberian Senate, they asked him, "Do you have logistics issue?" Patrick Sulu, because he don't want to say no because it will appear like he's trying to throw his bosses under the bus. He said, "No, we don't have logistics issue." And some senators kept on asking him, "Do you think that the LMP need more?" No, it's an open secret that the LMP needs more support. But Boyka, for even for the lawmakers to appropriate money in the budget, the LMP have been getting money through the budget, under the Ministry of Justice. What are those budgetary appropriations have actually been disbursed to the LMP for these kinds of operations? I agree. We need to support more the police department, to give them more resources, so they can get the logistics they need. But they asked the police boss, "Do you have logistics problem?" And he said, "No, they're okay." Maybe
if he's saying they are okay, because right here on Broad Street, when it is raining, you see no police officer under the rain because they don't have rain gear, they don't have anything to regulate traffic during the rainy season. So it's like you try to defend the government. That's what Patrick Sulu is doing. He tries to defend his bosses, like you said. If you don't have equipment, tell the Liberian Senate, tell the lawmakers that, oh, yes, we don't have the equipment. We have a budget. We have submitted this XYZ amount to the Ministry of Finance, but the Ministry of Finance gave us this, and this is not enough to have more equipment. Okay, now let's talk about road safety. Right here in Mossorado County, where we Liberians should be protected. We Liberians, a lot of things should be put in place when it comes to road safety. We are not seeing it here in Mossorado County. What about those that are in Nimba, those that are in Lofa and other places? When Liberian National Police can control the traffic, they are not having the equipment to control traffic here in Mossorado. What about the people that are in the rural area of Darlington?
And these are Liberian citizens, though. If, as you said, even the citizens in Monserrado County, if we cannot even feed better policing, what more about the people in Lofa?
That's it.
You know, it is sad. The Ministry of Public Works has a responsibility. The roads, quote unquote, that you're building in the country will beg you. This vote of politics. You ensure that these roads have the appropriate traffic signs, and police officers are properly trained to understand what you're doing, to engage, drivers. It's not just you just set roadblocks and be collecting small things on the side. You cannot cite somebody for traffic violation when there is no traffic sign. When the man engages the rule, he sees the speed limit.
Yeah.
When you get to tell the message that in 2 miles coming, this road is very curvy, the man will understand that you started to signal him way up. My man, you driving through the streets of Monrovia, no traffic signs. Even the traffic lights we have in the country, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I don't know whether they are working.
Darlington, the traffic light go off at 6 p.m. It come back on 6 the next morning. So in the night, there is nothing like traffic light in the country. So they set it up 6 p.m. 6 a.m. So it will come on from 6 a.m.
So between 7 to 5, they probably expect no cars to be flying the streets of Monrovia.
No. So the traffic light will come on 6 a.m. It be on up until 6 p.m. Right after 6 p.m., it go off. It be there again up until the next morning, the 6 a.m. So you see all of these things. I don't know if our lawmakers or police directors and other people in higher authority, if they go in other countries, they can see how things are like in other people places. When they come back to Liberia, they don't want to implement what they saw.
Mama, it making me laugh. Let me tell you something. So really the traffic light will go off from 6 p.m. and come back on 6 in the morning. That's a joke.
6 a.m. the traffic light comes on.
6 a.m.
6 p.m. it go off. Up until the next morning, 6 a.m. again.
And that is something that the Liberian Senate, the Committee on Transportation need to take cognizance of. I'm sure Senator Darius Dillon is a member of that committee. Public safety is very, very important. Public safety. Look, Bweka, when things happen in different countries, right? The legislature will move to adapt new set of rules to preventing that thing from happening. I mean, a lot of our compatriots have died along the RIA. I need not to, mention, peace be to his ashes, Representative Adolph Lawrence. So what affirmative action that the legislature took, since the death of, Representative Adolph Lawrence? We probably supposed to be seeing maybe the Adolph Lawrence Act, of public safety. I mean, cars will break down in our country. Trucks, no light, no reflector. People will go pour grass way, maybe in half mile to tell you a car. So, you're driving like grass on the road to signal to eat a car breakdown.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Reflected, look, like things like trucks, they shouldn't be plying in the streets of Monrovia. With all those reflective signal in the back of their truck, so that when they have breakdown issues, it will notify other drivers. Why would continuous even be plying in the streets in broad daylight in a tight traffic space like Monrovia? What they do in other countries is that even on the fast lane, you don't find truck on the fast lane, Bweka. If you drive on the far right of the road, the very last end. But it's about, and you don't need a lot of resources to do this, Bweka. The people who are having trucking business, you can hold them accountable so that the public safety division, that they have fire extinguisher on board, that they have reflective gear, so that when their cars break down, and the LMP can do it. Again, but we worry about the wrong thing. We set out these roadblocks so that we pay, LMP officers get paid on the road instead of actually engaging in public safety. And again, public safety is a very, very significant part of policing. Because the police, as you know, they are there to protect lives and property. How is the public safety division of the LMP effective?
Nothing.
But in the team now about abroad, other countries in the region are doing it. The other day he went to Ghana.
Mhm.
You get when you see traffic light when you see traffic light working, you get to see semblance of a functional and structural country. Because when the traffic light is red, nobody will go. I mean, you ought to run the traffic light. I'm not saying people don't run the traffic light in developed countries, but there are consequences because public safety is very, very crucial. So I hope as we discuss these things, the legislature will take hold on it. Even if we can have an act in a young student who died along that place, amen.
Mhm.
Adopt new sets of a stringent measure for public safety. What could have been done? What could have been better over there? If we had traffic signs to show how many miles per hour on our road, the motorists will not just be running as if to say we're in a lawless country. Please, the LNP, the Ministry of Public Works, they need to do better. These roads that you are building, or the roads that are already there, please ensure that you work with the Public Safety Division to mount us signs so that when people come, they can be law-abiding citizens. They will drive the appropriate speed limits, and nobody will just be running here and there, as if to say nothing happening.
Okay, so Darlington, we chipped in previously on the issue about voter registration and the some things that are happening in district number 10. Is it that they trying to create fear within the citizens in district number 10 not to go out to register to re-elect Yeke Koluba? Because every day we will see some kind of problem. Day before yesterday, there was an incident there. Yesterday, again, another incident. Probably today, again, before the end of the day, there will be another incident. So all of these things, I think it's a clear tactic being done by this government or people within the CDC to stop Yeke Koluba supporters from going in his district to do their registration. Because only in Yeke district, since the beginning of this registration, only in Yeke district, we are experiencing this. We have other districts. We are not experiencing it, but only Yeke Koluba district. What do you make of that?
I think it's intended to distract Representative Yeke Koluba. And I listen to, it will be good if we have Honorable Koluba joining us this morning. It will be good that we have the idea, and Honorable Koluba said, most of the people they are trucking in his district, those are his people. But Bweka, the way in which the voter trucking work, if Bweka Kamara is trucking people to vote for him, before the people get paid their $20, Bweka Kamara want to see them taking pictures of how they voted. I think these guys are vicious in terms of ensuring that Honorable Koluba don't get elected. And it is good for us to also call on our people who are listening and who are strong supporters of Honorable Yeke Koluba to go to district number 10 to register. Because they are bringing their people in to register. Let me tell you something. Yeke is not your problem. Govern well. Don't worry about, how he described the president. Worry about what the president is doing. But because they are trucking people into Honorable Koluba's district, and all these things, they are distraction. They want to distract Honorable Yeke Koluba from the voter trucking. So every day you see they'll be fighting Honorable Koluba, and it's wrong. It is very wrong. That the police cannot just be partisan. You are there to protect everybody.
But Darlington, the thing normally happen in the eyes of the police. What's the police person, and they are allowing others to go and attack the honorable man at his house. In case that the supporters of Yeke Koluba get angry and say, oh, today we will not allow anything to happen to our lawmaker. We will stand our grounds and make sure that anybody that come here, we will go, we'll use physical, just do something that will create chaos in the district. So, but for me, from my understanding, I think the supporters of Yeke Koluba, they've been holding their peace because they've been attacked. They've been attacked.
Yep.
They have been attacked few days now, and they've just been letting things slide. So if they say, oh, we are fed up with this, we need to take action. We need to make sure that we defend our lawmaker. It now becomes a very serious problem in our district because Once they try to defend Yeke and others that they're going to attack him, it become a problem.
Yeah, and the LMP should be responsible for that because in Bweka, believe you me, it is getting to that point. Honorable Yeke Koloba supporters, are be coming to protect themselves, and they will not sit there for you to continue to attack that lawmaker. It is a recipe for chaos. Why every time you guys will be visiting the home of Honorable Yeke Koloba? If the man insult the president, y'all go have your own press conference, you're insulting too.
That's it.
Not to go to be visiting the main house. We are not living in a lawless society. And just because what the guys are doing, they're not doing it to Honorable Yeke Koloba.
No.
They are doing it to themselves because like the people can say, Bweka, you in the shower taking a bath. Crazy man, take you close your runs out naked.
No.
You are the one who have political leadership. You are the one who have political power. What are you doing to manage the peace and security of the country? What are you doing? I know we all have a responsibility, including lawmakers. But again, don't tell me ordinary citizens to respect the law when people in the strata of government are not respecters of the law. Look, you were here the other day. The LMP arrested one of the bodyguards of Mr. Cummings and charged him for illegal possession of a firearm.
Sure.
The other day, Honorable Yeke Koloba, car was, parked again with allegations that weapons were planted in his vehicle. So you don't just go after people in the opposition for being lawless. I mean, with all due respect to our good friend, Kalasco. Kalasco was seen around the president convoy with a firearm on his wrist in Lofa.
Yes.
He's not a security personnel. The LMP didn't call him in for questioning. I know Kalasco will never hurt a fly. No. But again, if that's ordinary people from the opposition, you will invite them in for questioning. So we should have a country of respecters of the rule of law. But even the police operation man 1 or 2, you go to the CDC, go to the beginning and post saying abo. They get being and running outside the compound. You see, so no respect for the rule of law, Bweka.
No, but Darlington, when you say no respect of rule of law, I think the citizens are trying their best because the security sector of our country is the one creating the problem.
Absolutely.
If they just stop being a partisan and serve the Liberian people, it will be good. You can be a partisan police, then you expect people from the opposition to respect you. That's one thing. If I, Bweka Amara Kamara, do, for instance, I say I'm an opposition, and today Darlington is with the ruling party, Darlington is seen with a firearm, the police not take action against Darlington.
They call me in for questioning.
Okay, they call you in for questioning. But if they see Bweka with firearm, the next meeting they will call Bweka in for questioning. That send a message that you are not doing the job of the Liberian people, but you are doing the job of the government. Because if President Weah and his cabinet ministers can be seen disrespecting our laws, going against the rule of law, and they are being let go free, but they are taking action against opposition people in the country. That's
even the director of the city police told you that he's allowed to carry firearm. They may show some manufactured card that he's supposed to carry firearm. And the police boss told the Liberian Senate that nobody allowed MCC get weapon. The journalist saw this guy entering the LMP headquarters with firearm.
Yeah,
but the LMP allowed it. They took the arm. We know what they were calling back in the evening, or maybe when Patrick Sulu cook and carry koji breakfast, then you say, "Ochi, I brought your men come back." So it's funny because
but Darlington, as we approach the elections, the security will have to improve because it will be. I don't think
it's going to get any better than what it is. Bweka, like human behavior, you can't just shape human behavior in 1 month or 2 months. I don't think it's going to get any better. And that is why I like the approach of Honorable Yeke Koloba and his men. They are there they will defend themselves by all means necessary. When you have a failed state like the one the men are doing, if you not protect yourself, they will engage you, they will humiliate you to the lowest. And I like the way the people are doing it. If they come to Honorable Yeke Koloba place, protect your representative. Because it's not going to get any better. These guys, they know they are going to an election. Their partisan posture, in fact, it is reactivated. The LNP. Look, you know when opposition political party having rally, you can see how the police can just be all over. Do you see that when the CDC is hosting their rally?
No.
You don't. So it's not going to change. Because that's when the minute every day activity, when the minute we go in the morning, in fact, Mayor Koji can decide when the LNP move or not move. Patrick Sulu is an executive member of the CDC. So it's not going to get any better. So again, the opposition, Honorable Yeke Koloba has been saying, especially all the opposition political parties, your youth league, you need to train your men. If they were eating loosely and getting pot bellies, I think it's about time for them to start getting more engaged, because I mean these guys will engage you guys. You know, I'm being very honest with this, but one can talk about it and laugh, but it's not going to get better. They are still in partisan move. They are being partisan move from the day they took over, and they will continue to do that.
Okay, so that's our second talking point. That on this other topic, I will just leave you to start up. Where is our president? That's the question everybody asking. Where is our leader? 5 days now. We can see, we can hear, we just don't know his way about. We were last seen wearing a gray coat suit, and after, we just don't know the way about of our president. That's the question. Where is our leader?
Well, you see, it's a good question. It's a very, very good question. And I think the executive marshal owe us explanation. I just don't want to go off the rumor about what happened, at the Langley Accord. I want to call it the Langley Accord. We don't know what happened. Look, it is our prerogative to know every step of the way where is our president. The executive marshal issued a release and said to us that the president will be going to the UAE and subsequently the United States of America. How many days is he here for? His engagement? Who are the officials he was going to be meeting? The executive marshal did not tell us anything. We are not saying.
Let me hold you. When he left from the UAE and arrived in Washington, there was a statement again that the president have officially arrived in Washington. And since then, since he arrived in Washington, D.C., there haven't been any statement yet.
Yeah, but there are reports that the president is not even in the U.S. I don't know the reports whether they are confirmed or not. That's why I heard yesterday. My ears through the grapevine. So we don't know. Again, truthfully, so that's why the public affairs, I mean, the people in the media business, the press secretary to the president need to update us. We're not saying you can't tell what's in the president, detailed discussion with the Americans, but tell us the president is expected to be he will be a Langley for maybe 2-3 days or maybe a day, and then the president will push back, to the Republic of Liberia. Let us know where's the president, because I don't think they want us to write a letter to the war. Maybe that's same letter Eddie wrote during Ebola, dear war. Maybe we, the citizens of Liberia, need to write a letter to our president was last seen in a great coast. Where is the way about?
Yeah, but Darlington, normally when the president travel to every country, we will see photos all on social media, most especially when Carrasco is with him. We'll see photo of the president, even if he's not at Langley.
Why being Carrasco photo being him?
Yeah, we need to see photos. We need to know the whereabouts of our president. And now,
Carrasco used to say, you are not photographer. You're Lee Carrasco. Carrasco used to say, use car. You're not photographer. You're leading man.
What the citizens are saying is that there is not everywhere or everything that the president or, everywhere the president will go, the citizens need to know about. No,
but when the CDC,
we need to know.
When the CDC dues pay the president way to go, then they can tell that one. But right now, the president is using Liberian tax dollars. So we're supposed to know every step of the way. In fact, we're supposed to know what our president even have breakfast because he's using taxpayer resources. The day the president started using the meeting, the membership deal of the CDC, saying we don't need to know where the president going. But as for now, the president is using Liberian tax dollars, and it's very good for us to know where is our president. It's very good. Give an update and say anything you want to say about the Sendwave administration. But that's one thing the Sendwave people are very effective. They will tell us. In fact, how we used to even know, say, who they are taking trip, they use that trip. Am I lying, Bweka? Because they would tell us the president is here, the president will be coming by here, she will go to this place, and that's what they should be doing. But the president can call a speech when the whole country is then at the public affair. But when I hear I know solo kekbe.
Yeah, but Darlington, the issue about leaders being invited by the CIA is another thing for us to look at. I think I stand to be corrected. This is the second president being invited by the CIA. First, it was former President Charles Taylor, and now it's George Weah. The invitation of President Weah to the CIA, there have been a lot of eyebrows raised. The issue about the drugs that were arrested at the Freeport, the money laundering, the numerous of deaths in our country, all of these things they have outlined. I think, from my understanding, those are some of the things that he will call on to be asked. What's really happening? And some are saying he's in a little problem with the Russians. It's been alleged that he's in some little problem with the Russians, and those are some of the things that he will call upon so that they can find out what's going on.
I do know that, Bweka, the American embassy is in Monrovia. And I just always tell people, I say, you see that embassy, they're not just there to issue visa. When Bweka win DV or Bweka coming to New York, he go up the hill to get a visa and can. The American embassy is the eye of the State Department in Liberia. There are things in the country that they pay attention to. You cannot be having a country where it is a hub for trafficking of drugs, firearm coming left, right. Of course, it will claim U.S. national security interests. Look at that level of drugs that people arrested at the Freeport, Monrovia. Higher than the Americans. That drugs will probably be on the market, and drug abuse is substance abuse in our country is a serious problem. The Americans I'm sure they took stock of that. Again, the weapon situation. The LMP had an elaborate press conference to say that the weapons, and CDC were inferring that the people who brought the weapon in the country were from the opposition because they want to overthrow their president. When they started to haul rope, apparently the people knew who sent the weapons. Mind you, there were a few Liberian government officials who visited Texas. And that weapon, it is alleged that it came from Texas, United States of America. So the U.S., there will be, of course, U.S. national security interest. And again, they call our president yet. They didn't ask him to come to the U.S. Department of Health. The CIA controls America diplomatic and security intelligence externally. If they call at the CIA headquarters, I'm sure there are U.S. security concerns that they wanted to address directly with the principal. And we are also informed that they told the president to take, certain state actors with him, certain people that they wanted to speak with directly.
Yeah.
And the fact that they are not even posting pictures, I'm just want to add this, Bweka. If Mr. Weah meet strategic, the men like Buzi Mura.
Yeah.
Maybe the person he's supposed to take picture of, the thing they told him, his facial expression said he didn't even have the thought to ask for a picture.
Yeah, and Darlington, the role of the CIA, the last paragraph here, it reads us, it says, the CIA has increasingly expanded its role, including covert paramilitary operation. One of its largest division, the Information Operations Center, ROC, has officially shifted focus from counterterrorism to offensive cyber operation. The agency has been the subject of many controversies, including human right violations,
Of course.
domestic wiretapping, propaganda, and allegation of drugs trafficking. Allegation of drug trafficking. So you see,
Boyka, you hit the nail on the head. My man, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
our country, sadly, in the region, is one of the biggest hub of drugs trafficking on the continent of Africa right now. That quantity of drugs, my man, the men bringing it in wholesale. Imagine how many packages or containers that have gone to the brain market unchecked.
Yeah.
The other day again around the Topo village, they
Yeah.
caught boxes of fish that were smuggling drugs again in the country. You hit the hammer on the head, boy.
Through the support of the Americans, because it's going to be only with our security. But now that drugs is in our country, people taking it in, then we say, oh, our brother are Zogos and whatsoever. But another time people say the drugs, the money, the worth of the drug is too much that it was stopping in Liberia. It was just transiting through Liberia. I don't know if it was transiting through Liberia. If it was transiting through Liberia, that's another story for another day. But it was arrested in our country, Liberia.
On our port. Yeah. It's very, very sad. And again, drug trafficking, arms smuggling, these are security concerns. It should claim the attention of the Americans and the CIA. You just indicated you read on the some of the things that they are interested in. So
okay, so folks, you are following the Costa Show this morning. Darlington Collins and I, Boaka Kamara, we are here. So we'll open the phone lines. We have set hours, and it's left with you to come in and chip in. 077.
Just before you announce the number, how's the voter registration thing going there? We want to encourage our people, to get out to register. Get out to register, please. Get out to register and vote. Get out there, register, and keep your registration card and vote. The way you feel about the system is not going to help it until you register to vote. That is the antidote to the feeling of the way you feel about the system. Get out and register to vote, please. Boyka, are you there? I think Boyka, the video there, Boyka is probably. Boyka, are you there? Yeah, I think Boyka is having trouble trying to set his video. Yeah, so please, I think Boyka is going to come on. So to our people back home, please, get registered to vote. Nothing is going to change if you're not, out there trying to register to vote. So please, register to vote. Inform our people to get out there. The voter registration process is in phases. They are reaching out to different communities. Encourage your people to register to vote. As we try to get Boyka on back to probably take some course, it is important that you register to vote. Get your registration card and vote. I mean, somebody say, Liberians are trucked differently. Yeah, different location. Yes. So please stay where you are. Avoid this voter trucking thing, because again, if you're not registering to vote, people from other parts of the country will be making decisions for you. People from other parts of the country will be making decisions for you, and you don't want that. So wherever they do, please get out there and register to vote. Somebody said, "True, Collins. I mean, it is very confusing holding a gun." No. You see, one thing I want to say here. I mean, again, I spoke about the about people in the administration too who are civilians. They need to stay away from from holding firearm. I mean, whatever reason, if the government want to allow everybody else to go and to the Commission of Small Arms. That's something that they need to indicate. But again, the laws do not just apply to people in the opposition. I'm sure the laws apply to everybody else. So everybody need to understand, where they are and what they're capable of doing. I mean, it's not legal to truck people to vote to go. Especially, it is illegal. The National Elections Commission, the National Elections Commission have said that that it is wrong for people to go out there and truck people. I think we're trying to get Bweka Kamara on here so we can go and take calls and see what the public have to say. We say ours. Engaging at the home of Honorable Yeke Koloba. They need to be very, very much proactive. Bweka, we have you back on?
Yeah, sorry, Liberia expecting current, so.
Oh wow, the light went up.
Yeah, the light went off. So, well, it's good to be here. We take some calls. Call 0770-102-102-86 010-383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Keep your calls coming in this morning. You will be live with us on the Costa Show. +231 888-624171. If you look on your screen there, on there, you'll see our WhatsApp number. There's no need for you asking this time around. What's the number? Because the number is already there. Let's take our first caller on this line here. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Darlington. This is Bill calling from the USA.
Welcome, Bill.
With respect to George Weah being in the United States, I strongly believe that it is because of international criminal activity and local criminal activity. The criminal activity that is perpetrated by George Weah and his gangster, man, it's too much. For example, money laundering, selling drugs, selling stolen goods, local rapes or little children, sleeping with underage children. It gets a whole list, but it's going to come up. And it's not that George Weah started this from recently, before he became president. Even when he was playing soccer, he was known in Europe. He was a drug mule. To all the Europeans, no respect him. He was a drug mule because he got used to pass through the airport because the European knew him.
All right, thank you so much. Now we'll take somebody from this angle. Good morning.
Good morning, Bweka.
Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
This is DJ Lomé. Let me say good morning to Darlington in America there. My brother, there's a technical situation here is that if our people are speculating, they're right to speculate. Because one time, Chet Piatek went on the radio and told the Liberian people that President we are going to be invited by the CIA. And he said that was lie. And the day of President we are leaving this country, another report came from Washington to show that all the things we have been talking about, that Liberian people have been talking about, he's not just a listening president. If you are listening, all the negative reports only come. But they were running with one report from here, all the ambassadors say people in America, bad moving the government, the ambassadors say this and that. I said, those people, everybody needs something. That means only way out. So he will say anything to please the government. When we go over there, the thing that we say there will be different. And now, that international report here come. People in Monrovia, in Liberia, doubting that report from the State Department, the recent report. In doubt the president, and today still talking that the president on air condition and sweating, posting a lie. Let the man post one photo. Me and no president, we are like photo business. Let us go post the photo. Who president we are meeting with over there.
All right, thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, DJ Lomé. Let's take another person from the WhatsApp number. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Boyka. This is Eurocon Specialist speaking live from United Kingdom. Good morning, Liberian.
Yeah.
I'm calling once again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are loud and clear. You listen to the report from the Liberian National Police on the road accident, okay?
Yeah. I'm going to explain a little bit of that issue. All right. The problem we're facing in Liberia, we don't have expertise when something happens. People who specialize in those positions to read it, to research, and give completed report. Now, if you watch that truck that we're driving, the let me just go quick to the brother that was talking about trucks should have reflectors, fire safety system on board. That truck was on duty during the day. So let me take reflector from there. The problem here, Librarians are putting water in braking system. And our vehicle are not, we are not checking these skies every 6 months. Every country you go to, Ghana, New Zealand, Nigeria, New Zealand, even Sierra Leone, you have to go and report your car for after 6 months, then check it. Any problem on it, it will not go on the road. And secondly, in Liberia, everybody just open driving pool. We don't have people who driving heavy duty truck. We don't have people small car. Anyone can enter in truck and drive it. Truck don't say driving Liberia. They have different gear. They operating with different system. Then we go. Maybe the guy that drove that Renault truck. That Renault truck has different system. Maybe you don't know, but in Liberia, everyone can just enter in truck and drive it. And this is my message to the Liberian government and to the staff. You all change your system. Number one, big effort of it in that country. And we keep telling you, when you see a car, you need to check them. Liberian people have the mentality of my car best service.
All right.
Inspection services are not the same.
Okay. Thank you.
So my own a little tip there.
All right. Thank you so much. We take another person, 0770-102-102-86, 01038355102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Call and be live on the show. Now take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Baraka. Good morning. Can you give me not just because something from this morning concerning traffic signs, road signs. There is a situation in Liberia, and the situation not just traffic signs and road signs. It's something they call the periodic checks of every vehicle in every Western country, which is done by a government autonomous agency that is sent to a specified garage for those cars to be checked. Whether the brake system, lighting system, every mechanical electrical system in a car is okay. If it is not passed, the car will not be put on the road. And those groups also inspect the garage that will not be passing just any kind of bogus car on the road for safety. So road signs can be there, traffic signs can be there. Who knows what they call road signs in Liberia? A policeman doesn't even know what a road sign or traffic sign is. They're two different. But let me educate the Liberian people. Road signs are the one that place on the floor and bows. Electronic signs are called traffic signs. Somebody can come from anywhere and say, I can drive. Bam, they issue them a license and they get in the street and they start to drive. Look at the trucks that apply in the streets of Monrovia. Look at those that carry containers, Boaca and Darlington. Are they checked? No tire? No braking system? The whole system in Liberia is just a lawless traffic system in the country. Everybody wants to drive. Nobody knows anything. You see cars in the night driving with those LED lights that use on farm rules. People use for hunting in the safari. Are the one applying to Monrovia. Imagine that, Darlington. I like your point. The police say, you know what a fake before signs. They don't know. The schools are not even educating the people. So people need to be educated on those signs and road signs and speed limit. Who observes speed limit? The government official done, police done. One more point before I go there, but I please me up. I live in the Netherlands. When a police car runs at a place and there's no emergency, any citizen sees that police car can complain to the police authority or the city corporation. If at that moment that police officer in the car was running, where there was no emergency, he or she can be dismissed and that person can sue the council, they can get money. Can that happen in Liberia? No. Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much. You know, when I listen to you guys saying that the cars should go for checkup every 6 months, where in Liberia,
and that's before you do all that, right? You start with baby steps. So baby steps is very important. You start with traffic and road signs. When you start that, and then you have a regular process on how to issue driver license and who you issuing the driver license to. Again, somebody can drive a vehicle, but they may not be able to read a road sign. When they see this sign, they will not know what it means, right? So it is process. So what you do now, you pull your road sign and traffic sign. So people who can read those signs will read it. Then you start, with people how you issue driver licenses and even how you do vehicle inspection. I mean, the way you can do vehicle inspection, like, bro, So now you're driving a minute, you get back. All the minute won't see that inspection sticker. No. In developed countries, what people do with vehicle inspection, they are designated points, and they were not owned by government. And that's how you even create jobs for Liberian citizens. You know, like the big garages, for example, like maybe you say Uptown Garage, you know, Toyota. Now you can even use smaller garages, right? But they have the facility to plug their computer device to know what that car brake system, everything is good. You have designated garages, and people can do their vehicle inspection with those garages and have the inspection sticker. So meaning every year that person car passes inspection, that means it is roadworthy. Public safety need to do more and be more rigorous about that. I mean, but it all starts with baby step, because right now you start telling people them go do inspection to the garage. How people now don't get money. So start with the one government can have control over first.
Darlington, what our government is after is enriching themselves, because the only thing they are after, how to collect the money that coming from the Ministry of Transport when they go on the road. Oh, your lesson plate is expired. You need to renew. That's the only thing they are after. They don't care whether your vehicle is roadworthy or whatsoever. They don't care about that.
One of the most annoying checkpoints in our country, I don't know whether it is still there. It is along the Topo Village, Somalia Drive. You know that police station?
Yeah, no, they took it from there already.
Mama, I just see the minute. I don't know what the minute doing down there. The minute we just put in the what kind of country is that? When it's zero traffic rule, the minute we just stay gallon on the road. Just we in war days.
Yes.
They just start so you can't a little minute. Soon the minute see your car. And I say when I'm driving along that road, man, the thing is to be so funny. When you're driving, when you smile, or your face see where you lose suspicion to police, men will pack you.
They will pack you.
You can laugh too much. You laugh too much.
If you are in a big car, they just see you looking small in a big car.
The car, you lose suspicion pack.
Let me take some calls here this morning. Let's take this person. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Baka, and good morning to the good people of Liberia. My name is Basso Boy, and my name is Basso Boy. Yeah, Baka, good morning. And good morning to Darlington.
Good morning, Basso Boy.
Hello?
Go ahead, you are live, Basso Boy.
I know.
He always calling from Nigeria. There's a little delay there. So we're still taking your calls 0770-102-102, 886-010-383. We are not just sticking too much to this rule and traffic topic. We also thinking about our president. The whereabouts of our president is another thing. If you know anywhere that we can find our president, also you can call and tell us 0770-102.
I think the Costa Show need to put out an announcement for the whereabouts of the president. We need to know. Or maybe make him talk. Oh, my man.
Make it real talk. Oh. So the phone lines are still open. 0770-102-102, 886-010-383, 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624171. Just placing your calls. You'll be live with us here this morning. Darlington Collins, Boaka Kamara. This is our first edition together. So we are taking your calls this morning. So Darlington, this issue about the election, the upcoming elections.
Mm-hmm.
Liberians, like you say, we need to go out there to register and vote.
Yep.
But the registration process is not that smooth.
Right. Just before you go further, right, I saw something yesterday on the social media. And we want to draw the NEC attention to that. One man in two different colors of shirt, he changed the name. Let's say his first name is John Flomo. Then he registered again as Matthew Flomo. One man get 2 voter registration cards. So the biometric thing, I thought when you register to one location, if I attempt to register to another location, it will read my fingerprint credentials. So what is happening? So how is it that somebody can register in at this precinct today and choose to go and do another registration tomorrow? So the NEC need to, and again, maybe it's a test out system. Maybe it's pretty new. Biometrics is a very good process, but maybe the NEC needs to. They need to. The people who provided the company who's awarded the contract, they need to probably look into the software of that, because it's not possible for people to be having 2 voter registration cards, and these things are coming out. And again, our society, sometimes people let away librarian can operate on that. Sometimes they make it well exposed to you how the system weak. I mean, I get you want my vote, I get 2 votes, so you buy my 2 votes. That's my understanding. But these information that are coming up is intended to help us so that we know how to even go to election, because elections are not just rigged on election day. There are processes leading to election, worker. So they need to be very, very clear on that.
And the issue about registration, Darlington, you see, like for instance, the Stephen Tobo Estate, they only have 1 computer at the special project high school. The amount of human beings are living Stephen Tobo, Darlington. And I know the amount of human beings are living Stephen Tobo. And this is not just limited to Stephen Tobo Estate. You will see other communities that is densely populated. You have only 1 computer there. They say they are doing registration. And the registration process, if they start today, data register close to 100 persons, because the computer will get hot. They'll have to restart the computer over and over. And there's a lot of delay. Some people will go to do that registration. It will take them hours. And librarian may not get patient for some of these things. We don't just get patient. I want for the process to be quick. That when I go there today, it might take me less than 30 minutes, sometimes 10, 15 minutes. I just go and obtain my voter registration card, because I have a lot of things doing. I can't just leave my job. I say, let me go and get my voter registration card quickly. Then I go and stay there for 3 hours.
Okay. You struck a good point. But thank God, it is very few of us who are employed in Liberia. Like your time in Liberia is very important. But vast majority of us in Liberia, we are unemployed. So let's continue to appeal to our people to exercise their patience. Stay in your lines, and don't let them give you excuses or say the reason why you're not voting because you didn't register. To vote is to register. I know the system is ineffective, and we want the NEC to do better, because even as you encourage people in doing civic awareness, the process must be effective so that when citizens come to get registered, it is not a process that is draining, it gets boring. And like you said, not even about people going to their job. Some people just don't have patience. Some people just don't have time. So the process must be more effective when people come. That service delivery. I mean, everything should just be, I'm not saying like a drive-through, but it shouldn't take me, if I come, more than 30 minutes to get registered. Hey, man. I can come and be on one line for over 30 minutes, 1 hour plus, and not register. What's happening? So our people should do better to be more patient. Let's exercise all the patience we can exercise to register.
Okay, let's take somebody on the line. Good morning.
Okay, good morning, Darlington. This is Connor. I'm calling for Iowa.
Welcome.
I heard Darlington talking about thank you. I heard this is my first time calling. I always watch, but this is my first time because I heard Darlington talking about the biometric stuff. The system is very weak because biometric stuff, when you use biometric stuff, and then the photo register, if he leaves from there and go any district, all right, they're supposed to cash in. Like for example, I work with LRA before I came to the States. We have something they call the identification team number for your business. Now, when you give all your information, we put you in the system, and because some people when they register and then the business is not doing anything, all right? When you change in the business name, you're supposed to be tax compliant, and then they don't want to be tax compliant, they'll go get new identification team number. Now, your information is your information. Your information is your information. When you go and do a new registration, once it's the same information you're giving to us, will definitely grab you. The thing is just that the social security number, your number is your number. It can never be changed. It can never be given to anybody. And the rules say you're supposed to have one number, one identification team number. And when you have more than two, it's against the law. And they sue people for that. So once your information is in the system, you come back with that same identical information, definitely we track you down, we catch you. We know that you have business before you decide to get another business because you don't want to pay taxes on that other business. So that's how it is. And that don't tell me that people registering and they're going getting 2-3 identification. The system is weak. You must admit that that's the truth. Okay. That's the fact. The system is weak. And trust me, that what people are going to use to go other districts to register, to vote, and they got to do something about it.
All right. Thank you so much for making your point. 0770-102-102-886-010383. Darlington, since our president left, a lot of people, the citizens, more people are celebrating his absence more than his presence. Some people are even asking that they mentioning come back again. So I don't know if that isn't sending a message.
You mean that Liberian people approve the president and vacation time off? He must take enough time as he want.
But Danito, if now you just ask people on the live field, do you want the president to come back to Liberia?
Let open the live field.
Yeah. Do you want the president to come back to Liberia? And I'm not going to be the one reading it. You will be the one reading it. They come and answer if they want to or not. A lot of Liberians they don't want a man around the presidency no more. Because
they don't want to need to register to vote.
Yeah, his president is asking everything like the same. The main president in the country, he absent or everything. Now you see yourself reading for yourself now. Ain't seen it?
No, you got a 3 no's already.
Okay. I personally don't want him to come back. A lot of people.
Why I don't want a member, my man? Why is that no? Oh no.
The no's will be ready.
And 1 year, somebody said, yeah, I leave the mega 1. All of 6 people the mega 1 and 7-1.
Everybody saying they don't want him
8-1. No, I beg you. They vote beneath that. No. Well, you see, and in as much as you don't want the men to come back, please, our people, go out there, register to vote. Go out there and get your voter registration card. Remember, no way. Oh, man, is it? But man, I heard a story. Right? What time is it? The man go to work?
They may normally go to work by 10 to 11.
And when office is supposed to be when office hour, the man can do what 11 to 7 or what?
The man can do from 7 p.m. If I really know.
Hour a day.
They make it go sometime 11. Let's just say latest 12. Then he leave from there by 3 o'clock. Yeah.
So how many hours a day the president can work for?
But Darlington, the president, what the president have there to say in working on? The president have nothing. Who they visiting the presidency? Nobody. You don't have people visiting him. The only people we can see here going to the presidency to go visit, and when they go there, he will normally take picture with them and post it on their page. The ambassador. Whenever the U.S. ambassador go there, it's on news. Whenever the Swedish ambassador go there, that news.
So you kind of say when the foreign mission are going to visit the men, they can go to work early.
Yes. Whenever they are going there, that news for Liberia.
So he's basically working for the foreign mission than the Liberian people. Because if the U.S. ambassador wants to see the president by 10, and the appointment is booked, I'm sure the president will be in office by 9 waiting. Or you can't walk in the same time as the ambassador, or the ambassador wait for him. Well, I think Boyka video again. I mean, it is sad. Boyka video is giving trouble. Boyka video is giving trouble. So please, guys, I mean, yeah, much as you don't want Mr. Weah back in the country, the best thing we all can do, I mean, is to get our voter registration card. I mean, call our families in the diaspora to go out there, get their voter registration card and vote. Voter registration process is the only democratic process that you can use to usher out a system. If you don't want Mr. Weah back in, you know, whoever you want to elect as president of your country, it is your responsibility to have a voter registration card, you know, register to vote. I think it's very, 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 very much important. So please, 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 please. I know the process is a long, boring process, but you need to get your voter registration card to go out there and register to vote. You know, I mean, yeah, somebody saying, man, it's a disgrace. Of course, I mean, the president barely go to work. He don't come to work on time. You know, maybe you know, LEC is back, so our guys in Monrovia are trying to come on. But you're listening to the Costa Show here with me, Darlene Collins and Bueka Kamara. We're just waiting for them to come back on. And probably we'll try to have a diaspora number here, so people in the US can also call us here directly, and we'll probably put you through. So again, they are yeah, I mean, all of you don't want the president to come back, but that process of the president not just coming back now on this trip, that thing needs to continue so that never again, Mr. Weah, I think he have done so much damage to our country. It's only fair that, you know, he goes now on the safari that he likes, you know, somewhere he can lay down somewhere there in Paris, you know, France, you know, or Monaco, wherever he want to go, you know, and turn over the country. The way to do that is through democratic elections. So please go out there and register to vote. You know, you are high enough of 6 years under Mr. Weah. So please go out there and register to vote and encourage your friends. Let it be a campaign. When you register to vote, you call on people. You know, yeah, call on your friends to go and register to vote. And that is the only way possible. So please, if anyone you know the whereabouts of our president, please let us know. And one more thing again I want to talk about. Yeah, I mean, I see there is a petition before the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia from the CPP, you know, the Alexander Cummings camp. And they are expressing their dissatisfaction over the Supreme Court, you know, delay, you know, in hearing their motion, you know, about the census issue. So it's one thing that we want to call on the Supreme Court. I mean, if, you know, what the ANC is raising, if it's illegitimate, I think it's important, you know, that they go into this process and hear what the claims are, you know, and go into that. But just to delay is very, very dangerous while this voter registration, you know, process is going on. Yeah, it's very good. It's very good to get out there to, you know, to register to vote. So again, if you're listening to the Costa Show, if you want to call, let me see if I can add a number here for you to call if you want to call. Probably we probably will find out, you know, maybe Bueka is trying to get on. So please stay tuned and yeah, so continue to encourage your friends, and that is the way things should be. So yesterday again, part of what we talked about on the show this morning, the home of Honorable Yeke Koloba again was under attack. And this have got to stop. This is not the first time that people from the CDC, you know, will go in district number 10 and try to terrorize the people and attack Honorable Yeke Koloba. Of all of the things we hearing, why Honorable Yeke Koloba district is, you know, hugely visited every time. About a fortnight ago again, just, you know, Koloba's district was under attack again. These guys need to stop. This is a recipe for chaos. You cannot be leading a democratic state and people be coming to every day, you know, going to the lawmaker house or his district and entering his house, you know, every time scuffle with Yeke Koloba and other people. You know, it's very wrong. You know, if Yeke says whatever he says about you, if you think you feel injured by that, take him to court and let him answer to that. But to go to the representative house and try to attack him. Yeah, my dear brother, I'm here doing well. So you guys will be seeing me here a lot more often until Henry Costa, returns, probably to the show. You guys will be seeing me a lot more often sitting in here with Boyka Kamara. My name is Darlene Collins. We're just waiting for them to get back on. Let me find out what's going on. So please. Yeah, every time going to a Yeka place it is not called for. It's a democratic country. You can be doing that. If Yeka says something to you don't like, take him to court. Let him answer to that. But to be coming for him under the cover of darkness, going to your house in nighttime, daytime, fighting with him, it's not a good thing. Yeah, secondly, again, district number 17, Mosserado County. There are reports that citizens have started to engage the lawmaker Hassan Kezulu from bringing people into the district, for voter trucking. I don't know how true that is. If you're in district number 17 and you're watching, if you care to feel us, but I read in the media that, citizens have stopped, rallying trucks. And we want to encourage our people all over the country. If you see people trucking people, the other day in Bombing, a lot of people were stopped, in Bombing County for voter trucking. They stopped people from bringing people into district number, into Bombing County, actually District 1, for voter registration process. So it is good to see these citizen action, coming in. If you see people or strange people coming in your district to register and want to deny you, from exercising your franchise, I think it's good for citizen action to rally and stop them. But please, as you do that, let it be peaceful, let it be void of violence. You can record it, and that's why we're in the technological state. You can record that. Post it, let it go live. People can watch it and stuff like that. Yeah. So somebody said Liberian will agree to use. Yeah, my man. So what are the people? Our people are poor, so people will, of course, take money from people here and there when they want to take them out. But please do not allow them to exploit you. I think that's not, more reason enough. So we encourage these kinds of citizen action from citizens stopping these people from coming into their district and registering. We don't know what's happening in Monrovia. We're trying to get Boyka Kamara on here so that we can conclude the show. Apparently LEC is rather more of an issue. So please keep us informed in all of those different districts. If you see people trucking people in the district that they don't live in, it's important that you stop them from coming in citizen action. Take up your cell phone, record them, expose them, the representative candidate that is bringing them in the district, bring it out and expose them so that we get to know what is happening. And let us as a country continue to, extend our condolences to the family of those loved ones who lost their life around the Robertsfield EAW area. It's very good that we can do that. Yeah, so apparently I'm trying to call the guys in Monrovia to see what is happening with trying to see if we can get Monrovia back onto the show. Because we got just a couple more minutes here. If not, I will just conclude the show and wrap up and close up for today. You're listening to the weekend edition of the Costa Show. My name is Darlene Collins. We'll be here fresh on Monday morning with another brand new, fascinating edition of the Costa Morning Show. And trust and stay put. You'll see new dynamics on the show beginning Monday. And it's just to inform our many listeners out there that, the nation premier platform is here and is here to stay. We'll try to make time and always get on. Again, I think electricity is a serious challenge in Monrovia. That's why probably we're trying to get our studio back in Monrovia. Somebody say, well, it was because somewhere yesterday that President Weah left. Yeah, it's been rumored all around that the president has left the United States of America. He's not in America. I don't have the facts. I mean, it's important for the executive mansion, to let us know the whereabouts of our president, and not just leave the citizens, just leave us hanging. It's not a good thing. Tell us, where's our president? Where is he? I mean, what's happening? We need to know. I think it's our right to know where our president is, not to just leave us as if to say we shouldn't know, or only people in the president cycle need to know the whereabouts of the president. We need to know where the president is and stuff like that. You can't just leave the president incommunicado. I mean, we're not saying tell us everything about somebody say point of correction, Monrovia, but Miami. Yeah, my man, what are y'all call it, Miami or wherever? I think the president left for Miami, So I mean, we can make fun about it, but I think the executive mansion owes us an explanation to tell us the whereabouts of the president. It's very, very much important, and we should know. My man, Bill Kazi is a Megento. Well, I think men should tell them one because I mean to know the whereabouts of our president again, my man. It's very, very much important. So yes. So yeah, so we keep hoping that Bwaka Kamara will join us so we can close up. If not, I might close up in a couple of 6 minutes. For now, I'll be closing up. The time here is 7:54 a.m. Yeah, the minister of education, the minister, what the guy said? The guy said, I know 1 cup. Something he said 1 cup can go dry or something. The guy, the minister of information, I've been crying that he had not even had discussion with the president for about since over 4 months now. I don't know whether we even have a ministry of information. The president don't listen to that. I mean, the people who can give our information on our Facebook, the president can tell, with pictures and stuff like that. Somebody said, Mr. Collins, the director of the cabinet in Liberia and the foreign ministry, need to talk to the Liberian people. Yes. My man, the foreign minister said he barely had press conference to inform us on what happening. So just leave that one there. It's not going to happen. So you're listening to the Costa Show. We're going to close up here in 5 minutes. I'm just rumbling through your comments. My name is Dalton Collins. Earlier on, we have Bwaka Kamara. Yeah. The message father I can cook cabbage. Yeah, my man. The minister of education, the message father I can cook cabbage. The message, as the man, the last time he even met the president, he said, well, I'll try to meet the president. I really love this president. My man, Jelle, you in a relationship with a woman, right? And you tell a woman, say, you know what? You can be in a hustle. And say you might not be in a hustle. You can live here, but me, you know, together. And the relationship between the president and the minister of information. Ledger who running. The president had the president that votes Ledger who, but he didn't want this message. So he just tell the message, man, Ledger who, you can be in a house. When the train cold, you can eat. But me and you know together, like Ledger who looking. When the minister of when the minister of finance send your paycheck, get paid. But Ledger who and the president, the president basically they're not really talking. They're not really talking. So it is sad. We want to know the whereabouts of our president. Is very important, and they owe us an explanation. I mean, there are accounts that the president is all over the country. There are accounts that he's not here. We want to know. I think it's our right to know. Where is the president? Somebody's going to check in GH. Mama, don't put me in that gossip. To check in GH where? You just say the county leader to our president not to be going on the call or diagnosed to Ghana. The president will be sneaking in Ghana. I don't know what you can go do there. Now let me say that you sort of president went to Ghana. So you're listening to the weekend edition of the Costa Show here. I'm sitting live in Pennsylvania. My name is Dalton Collins. The time here is 7:56. I'm just going to be closing up in 4 minutes. Electricity is really, really an issue. So please, the Ministry of Transport, one of the things we're talking about here, your public safety division need to do better. You need to do well in terms of road public safety, mount on road signs. And not just because an accident happened in the day. When vehicles break down in the night, you don't even see, traffic sound through the streets of Monrovia. That's something very important that we want to call the LMP's attention to. They need to be very much proactive their public safety division, if they are challenged with logistics, they need to inform the Liberian Senate, the legislature, the House of Representatives, so that they can, look into increasing budgetary support. Because public safety is not partisan. Members of the CDC, could be involved in accident, as well as members of the opposition could possibly be involved in accident. So yes, you're listening to the weekend edition of the Costa Show. I think Borka is not really coming on, so I'm going to be closing down the show in 3 minutes. Somebody said, DC, I think we need work on the solar panel, for the station. Yes, Theophilus, that's a brilliant idea. Well, I don't know the very details, but if you know something specific, please reach out to me on how we can look out to to having solar panel, or solar energy for the station. That's very important, because like bros on that LEC, my man, well, come on, it's just all over the place. What news about president? I don't have no information about that, and I don't want to speak to that. So yes, Darren Collins here. We love to thank our many listeners for tuning in to the weekend edition of the Costa Show. My name is Darren Collins. I've joined you live from Pennsylvania. I'll be back here on Monday, same time, and stay tuned. Hopefully on Monday we can have our internet straightened up with Boyka Kamara from Morovia. Yeah, so thank you all for watching, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Bye-bye from my end.